Well, hey guys, how's it going? It's Steve here from Steve Shed, and it's been a while since I've uploaded anything on the channel, and due to being life has just been busy and other things getting in the way, and of course, things go on. But just lately, I've been looking at a few videos on detailing on YouTube, and I've just been looking at guys that have been reviewing different compounds and their recommendations, and yeah, why they use a particular rubbing compound, why they use a particular cutting compound, and that type of thing. And what I find watching these things is that often, and not always the case, but often it's a situation where they are actually maybe reviewing 1, 2, or 3 items, and it could be a Kokemi, it could be Maguire's, it could be whatever it may be, and it got me to be thinking about cutting compounds and that type of product, and so I just thought I was going to just add a few words to that, and that is where I want to come from is that if you're starting out as a beginner, or you're a little bit of a novice, you are an intermediate, you must be careful in the world of detailing, like many other industries really, about getting caught up in the hype of the now. And I've mentioned this before in my few other videos that are on here about the now. There are products out there that have been around for many years, that are just as good, if not even sometimes better, than what you're seeing relabeled or reinvented, relaunched, changed, or a new product to market. There's so many new detailing companies coming on out there all the time, especially from America, and that is very hard to keep up. You've also got, good stuff coming now out of South Korea. You've got some good stuff coming out of Japan. You've got the Chinese, obviously, and it can be a bit of a 50-50 phone a friend, if you understand what that means, and whether you're just getting a knockoff, or whether you're actually getting it for a product from a company that is actually invested into detailing, and even here in Australia, we've got manufacturers of different products, like juice, for example, that are very popular or becoming more popular. Some of them are even making inroads into the United States now. So there's a lot of stuff out there, and if you're going to be on the bandwagon of watching the latest video and looking at the latest product, and then disregarding half-used product or quarter-used product, or even discarding product that you haven't even opened and used, and going on to something new because the well-known YouTuber is recommending this product because that's what they're using today, may not be what they're using tomorrow, because you've got to remember, a lot of our YouTubers get sent products and they're asked to do reviews. A lot of them don't. A lot of them will say up front, just as me, I don't get sent products, I don't get paid to by any company or anything like that to review products. I just review products as I see them, as I think about them, so it's a neutral. I'm not biased one way towards the other. But in the world of cutting compounds, whether you've got your fine cut, your medium cut, your coarse cut, even in some products an extra heavy cut, my recommendation is this, is that you simply need to find products that worked well for you. Now, yes, that is going to mean some type of investment up front, but buy them in small amounts. For example, a product that you see not very often reviewed on any YouTubing channels at all these days is this. It is Mothers. Mothers have been around for, well, I don't know how many years, for a long time. In fact, I was the first professional detailer in Victoria to actually use Mother's products, and that's their professional range. A lot of people don't even know that they've got a professional range. So this is a heavy duty rubbing compound. It has a 1200 grit penetration, and I've been using this off and on for a number of years now. It has been, well, probably well over 10 years that this has been on the shelf. And so I've not really changed from this product. I've not disregarded this product. I've kept this product because it has a place, and it is something that I use. But I have also added other brands to that product as I've gone along and as I've found out. And so this is what I'm getting at. Just because something's new to market doesn't always make it better than what you've already got there. And yeah, you do need to invest. But if you take a product, for example, like the Mother's, then and you find that that works well from what it is made for, then why change? Why change just for the sake of changing? Unless you find a product that is a direct competitor against this product that works better than this product, and then you've got to factor in the costings and that type of thing. Is this more economical? Is the other one more economical? Whatever the case is, then maybe consider changing, but not just changing for the sake of changing. Another product that I like a lot, and this is a German product. A lot of products that I use are German. This is, and I'm probably not even going to pronounce it properly, but this is Fahrenheit. This is from Germany. This is their X-Cut 2000 polish. It's basically a one-step correction, and it is excellent. And I use this a lot. In fact, I'll often use this first, and just to get an idea on a paintwork of what needs to be done. Will it have an effect? Do I need to go something harsher? Do I need to go something a little bit softer, or will this work? And it's actually quite often, it has been in the past quite funny that I've actually found this product just to be perfect each and every time. So this is a German product. Another product that I've found that works really well comes out of Melbourne, out of a detailing supply store, and it comes in 3 cuts. It is also German. This is the fine cut or fine clarity cut. It has a medium and a heavy cut from the detailing shed, detailing store, I think it is, in East Melbourne. It'll come to me in a minute, but that's a good product. Again, it's a German product, where it originally comes from. A well-known one in this part of the world is Scholl. This is a heavy-duty cut. Now, I use this, and it's the only heavy-duty cut that I use. This stuff is superb. It is excellent. Again, like I've already mentioned, it's German. Another one that I use and have used, and it comes in a 1, 2, 3 finish, is Mizuno. If you're tuning in from the States, you may well be familiar with Mizuno. Mizuno is a product that you can get over there, but again, German, excellent technology. Now you notice I've got 1 American so far, and I've got 4 German products. That says something. We get the push because detailing is so big in the United States. We get the push of a lot of American products from American detailers, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. But if you take those products, but here in Australia, we have the advantage where I think it's an advantage that we're able to see other products and use a wider range of products and test a wider range of products than may just be the norm in the States or wherever. So what I'm saying to you is that unless a product comes along that's worth changing from, stick with it. Mizuno I've had on the shelf for, I don't know, over 10 years. On the shelf. Scholl probably been using just the heavy duty cut now for maybe 5, 6, 7 years when I was detailing on a constant daily basis. The Herrinfart, probably a little bit newer to me. I've only been using this for a short time, and as I'm not a detailing every day in and out anymore, this is something that I actually wish that I'd known about earlier, because I would have put this on the shelf. Another good Aussie one and well known to many Australians is Juice. This is their heavy cut compound. It's good. It goes to a 1500 grit. The only thing that I would say about this that's a little bit annoying is the amount of dust that it creates. When you compare it to the likes of these products, these German products here, very little dust. Not a lot at all. Even the Mothers, not a lot in compared to the Juice, but the Juice is well known. It's well accepted, used in a lot of panel shops, just like the Mothers products are used in a lot of panel beaters. And so there's what I'm just trying to get at today is, don't always be brought into the now. Test them, buy them in a small amount. If it works, yeah. But if you're trying to make a business and be a professional detailer, and that's your aim, or that's what you're doing, yes, we always need to be trying products, but not just changing products for the sake of changing products, because we end up throwing them in the rubbish, or they just sit on the shelf and they're never used anymore. Another thing too that you may have picked up that I've said twice now is the word grit. So it's like a sandpaper grit, like this here, the Mother's rubbing compound, 1200. If we take the Juice, for example, 1500. So that's the cut into the clear. So that's another thing that you've got to be aware of. Different scratches and different marks, and that will need a different type of grit. And so that's the severity of the cut. And so you do need to also have products in your lineup that you can rely upon, that you go, okay, the 1200's not getting that. I'm going to need to get something a little bit deeper. It might be 1000, for example, and I've got a product that I know that I can depend upon to do that. When we're changing from product to product on a regular basis, okay, it's very hard for us to keep a track of that sort of thing. So that's another reason from a professional point of view as to why we want to be using products that we can rely upon. I would say to you that the German brands are excellent. I mean, Kokemi is another one. I don't have here, to be honest, it's not a brand that I've used a lot of, but I do know that it is an excellent brand. Kokemi, Maguire's even in their professional range have some good cutting compounds out there. But when we get to companies like Mizuno, and we get to companies like Scholl, for example, this is what their bread and butter is. This is where their expertise comes in. So if you take a company like, for example, Mothers, and I like Mothers, I rate them really highly. Off the shelf, if I go down to my local Autobahn store, that's where I like to shop generally. If I go down to my local Autobahn store and walk in there, see the guys, and if I'm looking for something that I need as an off-the-shelf item, 9 out of 10 times I'm going to buy a Mother's product. It's reliable, it's dependable, it'll give you a result. It's not necessarily what you're buying from Autobahn or Repco or Super Cheap. Is going to be, for example, a professional grade. This is a professional grade Mother's product, so the result and work on this is a little bit different. But what I'm saying is that when you get hold of something that works well, stick with it, because you need to know what works in a situation. If you're a mobile detailer and you're out there and you're doing mobile work and you're going there and you've got one job and you've allowed an hour and a half for that job, and you've got another job a half an hour after that job that's booked in, and people are at home waiting for you to come. Remember, it's not just the work that you do, it's your integrity that's in place in building your business. It's you saying, well, I'm going to be there at 1 o'clock. It's you cleaning up as if you hadn't even been there. All of these are important to building a business. You can do an excellent job, but if you leave a mess, if you're late continually, that's going to affect other people mentioning you to someone else and recommending you. So there's you got to think of all of these things. So if I'm at a job and I've allowed an hour and a half for it, and I'm doing, let's just say a clean, I'm doing a wash, might be doing just a single cut over the car, and then maybe a spray ceramic coating that'll last 3 to 6 months on the car. I've got a certain time frame that I've got to go in. So I've got to know this is the product that will do the job. I don't need to be going, oh, what product will that be? Will this one be better than that one? Oh, I've got this new one, let me try that. It's not always the case that you have time to be trying out products, because every minute that goes past is a minute that you're losing, and it's a minute closer to where you need to be next. So having good, reliable products that you are happy with. You might not like this product. You might like Mother's, you might like Maguire's, or Bowden's, or Juice, or Kokemi, or whatever it is. You might like those products. You go with those products. What I'm just trying to get at is when it comes to cutting compounds, from your heavy cuts through to your fine cut, you need a product that you can depend upon, that you can be working on a car and go, bang, I know what that needs to be. Now, I mentioned this before, like in the Scholl range, and Scholl makes some excellent products. This is the only product of theirs that I have. It's that, the heavy cut. I don't use any of their other products. But I know this product, if I need that heavy duty cutting compound, then this is going to be my best result. I'm not going to use Scholl medium over say, for example, whatever other brand. I've got other brands on my shelves that I'll go, okay, I need a medium compound, I need to do it, I need one that does well, it's going to work quickly with the pads and that I'm using, bang, I go straight there, saving me time. Now, over time, it will take you time, obviously, over time will take you time to, excuse me, to work out what those compounds are going to be. But just don't get caught up in the hype. Try the compound out, buy it in the smallest amount that you can, use it, and if you really, really like it, if you like the way it works, if it just works well for you, then put it on your shelf, keep it, and then learn about it. Watch some videos on it, go to the manufacturer's website, read up about it, understand it. It's just going to make your life a lot easier and a lot better. So that's all I've got to share really today, is just be thinking about the arsenal of cutting compounds that you use as a mobile detailer, or whether you have a shop, and what you have on the shelf, what you have when you go, flip, I need something better than that. That's the product. Not having to think about, oh, well, I've got 10 products there that are medium cut, which one am I going to use? You don't have time for that. Remember, you every time that you're spending waiting and wondering, like I've mentioned, you're losing money, you're losing profitability, and you're putting pressure on the end result. So when you know and have built up an arsenal of products that you go to, and if I say, for example, that let's just say I see a different product than this one here that's all-in-one cut, and I think, oh yeah, okay, I might give that a go. It's got to be better, not just better. It's got to be much better than this product for me to replace this product, all right? Because I already know this product, and so I'm looking for a result, not just say this one's here and this one's here. I'm looking for a result up here to make it even me to think about changing to the product, because I know when I'm on a job, bang, that's what I need, hit and go. So that's just what I want to share to you today. Thank you for your time. Hope to get some more videos out soon. Please like, subscribe, and thank you for your time today. Have a blessed rest of your week, and until we talk again, see you later. Thank you.